Good evening and welcome to tonight's show. My name is Allison Smith and I am this year's 8th grade student director. The cast of Valley Christian Middle School is very excited to bring you our show this year. It is called Trouble in Paradise Junction. Tonight we just have a few reminders before the show starts. Please turn off all your cell phones and other devices. And please no flash photography because it can get kind of distracting on stage. And also there will be a brief intermission and there's a bake sale / snack bar down the hall. It's all donations and all the donations will be going to our VC Drama Fund so that we can bring more plays like this to Valley. So please pray with me. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you that our other shows have run smoothly, and please let this one run smoothly as well. Please help everyone not to be anxious and everyone to remember their lines. Thank you. In your name, amen.
Welcome to Paradise Junction, the best little town in the world. We've got a saying around here. If things seem too good to be true, then you must be in Paradise Junction. Sure, it's not perfect, not by any means. It just seems that things go a little bit better here. It's the kind of place where the weather is always fine.
Good morning, Gertie. Good morning, Edna. Beautiful day, ain't it?
All day, every day.
Did you get any of that rain last night?
Sure did. It left our car sparkling like it was brand new.
Only in Paradise Junction.
It's the kind of place where every thumb is green.
Where are you going, Fred? To the beach?
What? Oh no, Ernie. These aren't beach balls. These are my tomatoes.
Tomatoes, huh? What'd you feed them?
Nothing. I just dumped the cat's litter box out the back door last night, and in the morning I found these.
Only in Paradise Junction.
It's the kind of place where everyone is willing to lend a hand, even if they have their own way of doing it.
Officer Finn! Officer Finn! Mr. Whiskers is stuck in a tree again.
Hold on, Johnny. I'll go get the fire truck. The ladder should be able to reach him.
You can't use the ladder, Big Finn. Don't you remember the last time? You almost scared the poor thing half to death.
I say we cut the tree down. That thing's waiting to fall and push us all to death.
Oh, no, Mr. Ruckus. We can't cut down the tree. The town charter was signed under that tree.
Look, Arabella, a crowd. Now stand up straight and smile. You never know when the paparazzi will show up. We could use my hot air balloon.
Sure, but once you get up that high, how will you grab the cat?
You could grab him with my fishing net.
What if the balloon floats away?
We'll have to tie it to something heavy.
See? I knew the fire truck would come in handy.
Oh, thank you, Wilbur.
Wait a second, Johnny. Is that Mr. Whiskers?
It sure is.
Good job, Wilbur. How'd you get him down?
I didn't. I think he got so tired of everyone arguing, he just came down on his own.
Only in Paradise Junction.
Well, how did we get this way? Oh, it all started out 150 years ago, when Jedediah Hornblower founded the town. He took up ads in all the big eastern newspapers. Get rich quick, they said. The streets of Paradise Junction are paved with gold. Folks streamed in from all over, hoping to strike it rich. The only problem was that there was no gold, and so that made people mad. In fact, it made them so mad, they ran Jedediah out of his own town. Most people left after that, but those who stayed looked around and liked what they saw. No, the streets weren't paved with gold, but when the sun came over Mount Paradise each morning, it almost looked like they were. And Paradise Creek may not have been made of silver, but if you knelt down and took a big long swig from it, you'd think the world was a treasure box. You know, people were pretty happy around here. At least, they were until those TV folks came. Well, what do you think of the pie, Horace? Horace?
You've got magic in that oven, Joe.
Well, there's nothing magic about it. You just gotta pay attention.
How much do you want?
For the pie?
For the recipe? $5,000? $10,000?
I don't want your money.
$20,000, and that's my final offer.
Why do you want the recipe so bad?
Martha has entered the pie baking contest every year for the last 3 years. And she's come home brokenhearted every time.
And you want her to win?
No. I'm the one who has to eat those pies. I want them to stop tasting like they were scraped from the bottom of a garbage bin. Have you tried her onion pie?
Is that what was in there?
Yeah. She said she wanted to give it some bite.
Well, if it means that much to you, I'll just give you the recipe.
You're a fool, Joe. I could have made you a rich man.
What do you mean? I'm already rich.
Ha! You? Rich?
Well, sure. The sun's shining, trees are blooming, and I've got another pie, just like that one, about to come out of the oven. What more could I possibly want?
I can think of one thing.
You keep quiet now. Morning, Polly. Would you like to have a piece of my special huckleberry pie?
Not today, Joe. I'm making my rounds for the Gazette. I don't suppose there's been any news since yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Haven't you heard? The huckleberries got broken into last night.
Really? What happened?
Well, you know how soundly Ernie sleeps, right? Well, last night, around 3 a.m., he was yanked out of dreamland by a deafening crash in the kitchen.
Go on.
So he grabbed his shotgun and he ran to go face the intruder. His hands were shaking and his knees were knocking. It must have taken him 15 minutes to get down the stairs. Anyway, when he did, the kitchen was a disaster. The chairs were knocked over and pots and pans were scattered everywhere. And then he saw it.
What?
A huge shadow just past the table. So he raised his shotgun and he crept quietly towards it, keeping a steady finger on the trigger. Then, without a lick of fear, the intruder poked his head above the table.
Oh my gosh, who was it?
Goliath.
Goliath? Ernie's rooster?
That's right.
I should have known better to come here looking for news.
Well, I don't know. I always heard no news is good news.
Not for a reporter like me, Joe. Ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed for working for a big city newspaper. The tap, tap, tap of the typewriters. The war of the giant presses. I keep applying for jobs, but no one will give me a chance. And do you know why?
No.
Because all I ever write about is pie baking contests and the renegade roosters.
Well, forget the big city, Polly. Stay here and marry me. What's so funny?
You asked me that in January, February, March, and now April. And each time I said no. When are you going to give up?
Oh, I don't know. What month comes after ever?
And besides, a girl's not likely to say yes until she what kind of ring she's getting.
You want a ring? I'll give you a ring.
Look, Joe, you know I love you, but let's face facts. There's no way you're going to leave Paradise Junction, and I absolutely refuse to spend my life in this one, Horsetown.
Well, didn't you hear? We're not a one-horse town anymore. Mr. Pinkley's mayor had twins.
You know what I mean.
Come on, Polly. There's got to be something that'll convince you to stay here and marry me.
Sure, Joe. If Paradise Junction made the front page of the New York Times, then I know the town had arrived. Well, goodbye, Joe. Goodbye, Mr. Gillicuddy.
Goodbye, Polly.
Hallelujah!
What's gotten into you?
Well, didn't you hear? I've got wind to plan.
Now hold on a minute, Joe. You've got to get Paradise Junction on the front page of the New York Times first.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah? How?
I want to get bogged down with all the details. I'm more of a big picture guy.
Uh-huh. Well, when the story comes out, save a copy for me, would you?
Will do, Horace.
Oh, great! My heel just broke. Could this day possibly get any worse? Can we help you? Yes, my Lamborghini died about a mile down the road.
What do you want us to do about it?
I want you to fix it.
You mean like with a screwdriver?
Screwdriver, monkey wrench, mallet, whatever it takes.
I told you, people would get confused by our sign.
You mean you don't repair cars?
That depends on what you mean by repair.
I mean get them running again.
Well, then no.
Wonderful.
It's not that we don't want to.
It's just we don't know how.
This is Paradise Junction. Nothing ever breaks around here.
Well, is there anything you can do?
Sure, we could stop some paint on it for you.
Yeah, red will make it look real fast.
Listen, you melonheads! I don't want my car to look fast. I want it to go fast.
Well, that doesn't look like that's gonna happen, does it?
I don't believe this. I'm supposed to be on my way to New York City for the most important meeting of my career. But instead, I'm stranded in Mayberry, RFD.
What are them letters? You some type of secret agent?
No, I'm a TV producer, and I'm supposed to come up with a new reality show by 5 o'clock today.
Reality show? Ain't that one of them oxygen morons? Like Civil War?
Or jumbo shrimp?
I'll have you know, our network has a strict policy about accuracy. We check every fact twice before we ignore it.
I like her. She talks funny.
Hold on. Did you say nothing ever breaks around here?
That's right, and no one ever gets sick.
Unless you eat one of Mrs. McGillicuddy's pies.
That seems too good to be true.
Hey, that's our town slogan.
If things seem too good to be true,
Then you must be in Paradise Junction.
You know, I just had an epiphany.
don't worry, Dr. Gertie can take care of that.
No, I mean, I have an idea. If someone were to produce a reality show here, who would they talk to?
I guess Mayor Flo.
But they'd better hurry. She's leaving for a fishing trip tomorrow.
Where's her office?
Town Square, just one block past Madame LaRue's Academy for the Terpsichorean Arts.
Thanks, you're a lifesaver.
I still say we ought to change our sign.
Yeah, but then we'd have to gather these chairs.
You're right, it's not worth it.
One more for you sign, Mayor Flo.
Another one? Velma, can't you wait until after my fishing trip?
Not this time, Mayor. Horace McGillicuddy's pretty adamant.
A proclamation to name May Arabella McGillicuddy Month?
She just won the Miss Paradise Junction contest.
She was the only contestant for the 3rd year in a row.
Would it kill you to let her have her day in the sun? After all, Horace has contributed a great deal of money to this town.
I know, and I'm grateful, but his money always seems to come with strings attached. Take the park he built.
Horace McGillicuddy Park?
Yeah, it's nice having a place for kids to play, but did he really have to plaster advertisements for his store over every square inch of the playground?
I'm sure he's just trying to get an edge in the competition.
What competition? He's got the only store in town.
Look, if you don't sign this now, Horace will track you down wherever you're going and make you sign it himself.
I suppose you're right. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to go drown some worms.
Is there a number I can reach you at?
Not if I can help it. Uh-oh. It's Joe.
I thought you liked Joe.
Everybody likes Joe. That's not the problem. The problem is that he's liable to talk my ear off, and then I'll never get to the lake.
Hide under the desk, Mayor. I'll get rid of him.
You're a peach, Velma.
Hi, Velma. Can you speak with Mayor Flo?
Sorry, Joe. She just left for her fishing trip.
Oh, that's too bad. I brought her a piece of my special huckleberry pie. I know it's her favorite.
Just leave it here. She'll enjoy it when she gets back.
Oh, but it's still warm and fresh and gooey inside.
Give it here.
Hi, Mayor Flo. Thought you weren't leaving till tomorrow.
I just got a hot tip. The catfish are biting something fierce.
Oh, really? Where?
No, Joe, you know there isn't enough money in the world to make me give away my secret fishing hole.
Well, can't blame the guy for trying.
Say, you didn't come here just to bring me this pie, did you?
No. I wanted to ask you about your nephew.
My nephew?
Well, yeah. Didn't you say he was an editor for the Times?
No, I said he was an editor for a time.
Oh. Well, I guess that's different then.
Why do you want to know?
Well, I was just thinking how nice it would be if we could get Paradise Junction in the newspapers. You know, boost our town's image. What's so funny?
No, Joe, you're the last person on earth that should be concerned about a town's image. I mean, aren't you the one who asked me to tear down all the signs so travelers would come through and not even know they've been here?
Alright, fine, if you must know. I asked Polly to marry me.
Again?
Well, sure. But this time she said yes.
Congratulations. When's the big day?
Well, you see, that's the thing. I gotta get Paradise Junction on the front page of the New York Times first.
Are you sure Polly wants to marry you?
Well, sure, I'm sure. She's just a little particular about how she does it.
Sorry, Joe. I can't help you there.
I was afraid of that.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got to get going.
Ooh, where are you going?
Oh, about 50 miles. Aw, you're a sly one, Joe.
Have a nice trip, Mayor Flo.
Hey, Joe, you got a few minutes?
I always got time for you, Velma.
Good. Thanks the mayor's chair is making some funny noises.
Are you sure it's the chair?
Just fix it.
Excuse me, Mayor?
What? No, I'm just a...
My name is Tina Powers. I want to produce a reality show here.
Reality show? What's that?
Don't you watch television?
I wonder there's something else to watch.
Well, what we do is show real people. Your family, friends, neighbors, living their day-to-day lives.
Well, heck, I can see that just sitting on my porch swing.
Well, sure you can. But think of all those poor, ignorant souls in the rest of the country. Wouldn't you like them to see how good you've got it?
Well, I don't know, ma'am. Sounds a lot like boasting.
All right, forget about that. Think of the money.
The money?
Sure, we'll pay the city $5 million if you give us the rights to film here.
Well, to be honest with you, ma'am, I don't know what we don't do with all that money.
Oh, come on. You can think of something. You can build a municipal swimming pool or improve your schools.
Paradise Creek's just fine for swimming. And we've already got the smartest kids in the county.
All right, forget about the money. Think of the fame.
The fame?
Yes, if the show becomes a hit, You'll be covered by all the media, magazines, newspapers. Why? You might even make the front page of the New York Times.
Where do I sign?
Right here.
Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, what? That's just the fine print.
It says that you have the right to film us anytime, anywhere, and that you can edit any of our words as you see fit.
It's standard, I assure you.
Sorry, but I cannot sign this.
Have you lost your mind?
Well, maybe, but we've got a pretty good thing going on here. Sure, we might not be as sophisticated as you, but we enjoy all the little things that make every day worth living. And we can always count on our neighbors whenever we need help. Can you say that about your neighbors?
I wouldn't know. I've never met them.
Well, goodbye, Miss Tina. I hope you find success. Just not here.
You're going to regret not signing this.
Maybe, but I would regret signing it even more.
Who was that, Joe? She looked pretty mad.
Oh, don't worry. We're never going to be hearing from her again.
Want to bet?
Oh my.
What are you reading there, Miss Cratchit?
This article that Polly wrote. Seems some New York producer wants to film a reality show here.
Can they do that?
Why, sure they can do that, and they would too. Excepting Joe put a stop to it.
Joe? What's Joe got to do with it?
Well, it seems he was in the mayor's office when the producer stopped by. She offered the town $5 million for the rights to film here, but Joe ran her off with one of the mayor's fishing poles. Never even told her he wasn't mayor.
Joe's got no right to do that.
Well, he done it just the same.
Hey Ernie, did you hear the big news?
No, what?
Joe ran off some big Hollywood producer with a shotgun.
Really?
Yeah, she offered him $50 million for the use of the town, but he turned her down cold.
I didn't even know Joe owned a gun.
You gonna believe the newspaper or believe your own mind?
The newspaper, of course.
Martha, you're not gonna believe this. Calm down, Edna. What is it now? Steven Spielberg offered to buy Paradise Junction for $500 million. And Joe shot him. You don't say. As sure as I'm standing right here. I ought to have a talk with that boy.
I think we should all talk to him. Yeah.
Good idea. Let's go.
Save you a piece of that rhubarb pie. Would you rather have blueberry? Well, hey ladies, what are you doing here this fine morning? It's not often I see you two on the same side. So I'm gonna need more pie.
We're not here for pie, Joe. We've got something more important on our minds.
We heard you killed Steven Spielberg.
What? That's ridiculous.
It says so right here in the newspaper.
It doesn't say any such thing. Just says that I refuse to sell out the town for $5 million.
Aha! So you admit it.
Well, sure I admit it. It's nothing but a raw deal.
That ain't for you to decide, Joe.
The town needs that money.
We could use it to clean up the old band shell.
Band shell? For $5 million, we could build a whole performing arts center.
Or a brand new school.
Or a 3D Jumbotron right in the middle of town square. What? I saw on Weekend News tonight.
Quiet! Look, can't you see that this deal is only gonna hurt the town? I mean, people are gonna be looking around, they'll snoop into every nook and cranny of our lives.
I've got nothing to hide, Joe. What are you trying to hide?
Miss Cratchit, don't you remember? Last year, you almost had Wilbur Hucklemeyer arrested for picking one of your prize-winning pansies. What are you gonna do when some cameraman is stomping out your whole garden?
Well, for $5 million, they can rip the flowers out of the ground and stick them in their ears.
At least we should put it to a vote.
Fred, you know we can't put it to a vote until we get the mayor's signature on it.
But we don't even know where she is.
That don't matter. She's gotta sign it.
Hey Joe, did you say Mayor Flo has to approve any contract with the TV network?
Well, sure, Horace. You know that.
Well, here it is. Signed by Mayor Flo herself.
How'd you get that?
It doesn't matter. I got it.
But no one knows where she went.
Tell me, Fred, is this her signature or not?
Sure looks like it.
If the mayor signed it, that's good enough for me. Let's put it to a vote.
We can't put it to a vote. I've got to call a town meeting first.
We can have the town meeting here.
Yes.
Excuse me, Joe. Hush up, all of you. As president of the town council, I hereby call this meeting to order. Would somebody like to move that we accept this here contract that Mayor Flo done sign?
I do, Ernie.
Do I hear a second?
I second it.
And I third it.
How many times do I gotta tell you, Big Finn? There's no such thing as a third.
Oh, sorry.
Has anyone even read the contract?
We don't need to read the contract.
That's right. Don't you trust that strange lady from the big city that no one's ever seen before and no one will ever see again?
As president of the Women's Art League, the oldest and most distinguished arts group in town, I know that I can speak for all of our members when I say that this contract can only help spread the fame of Paradise Junction.
Excuse me, but as president of the Ladies Art Culture Committee, the largest and most prestigious art group in all of Paradise Junction, I say that fame is nothing compared to the wealth and prosperity this deal will bring our town.
Oh boy.
Have you all had your say now?
I reckon so, Ernie.
All right then. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Everybody against, say nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it.
Just think, I'm going to be a TV star.
Of course you are, darling. Now, quit stooping. All the blood will pull up in your shoulders.
Well, I hope you're proud of yourself.
Of course I'm proud, aren't you?
Me?
Yes, I managed to scoop all the big city newspapers, even the ones out in Hollywood. And my phone has been ringing off the hook. Do you know who just called me? The entertainment editor for the Los Angeles Times. He wanted to call me on my very own article. Me, Pollyann Day.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything, Joe. Your face says it all.
Ollie! Ollie, wait!
Now, remember students, you are all a garden of flowers. And the ceiling is the sun. Now grow, all of you, grow towards the sun. Higher now, higher. Wilbur Hucklemeyer, you
stop that immediately. You're distracting the other students.
Sorry, Mr. Root. I'm doing the best I can. It's just that when I put my petals in the air, my roots get all tangled up.
This isn't about the roots and the petals. This is about getting in touch with the flower inside of you.
The flower inside me?
Yes, Wilbur. Each person has a rare and precious flower inside of them. Now, what kind of flower is inside of you?
A cauliflower. No, really. We had some for dinner last night.
You people aren't taking this seriously. Wink Smiley's going to be here any minute, and we don't want him thinking we're talentless rubes.
Well, I don't see how all this cavorting around is going to land my Arabella $1 million movie deal.
Martha has a point. This is supposed to be a reality show. Don't we want to give them, you know, reality?
Well, of course we want to give them reality. But what's the problem with improving the reality a little?
I think we should all listen to Miss LaRue. After all, she was a big star on Broadway.
Well, I wouldn't say big star.
Yes, well, I studied a little theater myself. And I can tell you, we never gallivanted around pretending to be a bunch of petunias. We were method actors.
I could never be a method actor. I come from a family of strict Presbyterians.
Why did I ever leave New York?
Here, Wilbur. You gotta start low to your balance like this. Next, circle your arms above your head. There you go. You did it. Now spread your arms outward as you slowly rise your feet. See? It's easy.
Gee, thanks, Arabella. That helps a lot.
Arabella, what are you doing?
I'm helping Wilbur germinate.
Oh, no you don't, young lady. You're much too young to be germinating with boys. And besides, you shouldn't be talking to Wilbur at all. He's the competition, after all.
Oh no, class, look. Wilbur's wilting. We've got to do something. Wait, I know. Let's all be rain clouds. Come on, drizzle for Wilbur. Drizzle! Come on, you guys.
What's this? Invasion of the Weirdos?
What's the matter, Martha?
There's a strange man watching us.
That's no man. That's Wink Smiley.
Oh, no way! Whoa, give me room, folks. Give me room. I just had my hair professionally dry cleaned.
Hi, Mom.
Aurora, you're letting the camera drift. Again. Greetings, townspeople. As I'm sure you know, my name is Wink Smiley. And I'm going to be the host of Paradise on Earth. I can't wait to tell the world about this wonderful little town you got here. But before we do that, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know what makes each and every one of you special.
I've got a bunion that looks like Millard Fillmore.
Oh, no! Please. The network has a strict policy against political statements.
How about this, Mr. Smiley? I can play Beethoven's Fifth Symphony using only these 2 spoons. Want to see?
No. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I sure hope he doesn't use those to eat with.
Now, Mr. Smiley, if you're looking for talent, it's got to be my daughter, Arabella. She could twirl 2 flaming batons at once. Stand back. I wouldn't want to get your hair singed.
Stop! Everyone just stop! Listen, I'm sure you all are very talented, but I'm not looking for talent.
How dare you?
But I thought you said you wanted us to be entertaining.
Of course I want you to be entertaining, but people aren't entertained by cheesy circus acts like. They'd rather watch people like themselves. They want to get to know you. They want to know about your struggles.
Oh, we saved Johnny's kitten from the tree yesterday.
Yeah.
No, I don't want kittens. I want conflict, heartbreak, betrayal. You know, everything that makes this country great.
Oh, well, we don't have anything like that.
She's right. Everyone pretty much gets along here.
That seems too good to be true.
Then you must be in Paradise Junction.
Hey, Laura. I don't get it. Why did Tina send us to this Ritz cracker of a town?
Tina said Paradise Junction has magical powers.
Magical powers? The only power I see is the power to put people to sleep.
I don't know. I think it's kind of sweet.
Sweet? Sweet? Listen, my friend. Sweet is boring. Sweet is what gets you canceled. You know what we need? We need a hook. We need something that will glue the folks' eyeballs to the TV sets.
Martha, I admit, Arabella is a very gifted young woman, but I don't think you understand how hard it is to play Beethoven with only ordinary eating utensils.
I'm sure it's very difficult, Edna. But what I'm not sure about is whether Beethoven has stopped spinning in his grave yet.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, that's Edna and Martha.
It sounds like they're arguing.
Oh, no, Mr. Smiley. That's just the way they talk.
Have they always been like that?
Pretty much.
It all started 3 years ago when the McGillicuddies moved here.
The Women's Art League wanted to put up a statue of Lady Liberty, only they didn't have enough money in their budget.
That's when Horace McGillicuddy comes along with all his big city money.
Horace tells everyone he'll pay for the statue as long as he gets to design it. Well, the Women's Art League was so excited by his offer, they accepted.
I always said it was a bad deal.
The day came for the unveiling, and the town threw a big parade with floats and marching bands and everything.
Why, people came from miles around to see it.
When the parade was over, Mayor Flo pulled the sheet off the statue, and a big gasp went up from the crowd. People had never seen such a thing.
What's the matter? Was the statue any good?
Oh, no, Mr. Smiley. The statue was very good. In fact, it looked just like a real person.
Then, what was the problem?
The person it looked like was Martha. Horace had used her as the model.
Well, Edna got so mad that she kicked Martha right out of the Women's Art League. So Martha started her own group and called it the Ladies Culture Committee.
Those two, they haven't seen eye to eye since.
I think we found our hook.
I don't know why we had to get up so early. I haven't even had breakfast yet.
Quit complaining. This is the most productive part of the day.
How can you possibly be this peppy on an empty stomach?
The thrill of the hunt, my friend. I'm like a lion on the prowl. When I smell blood, all my muscles tense up and my senses go crazy. Have you ever felt like that?
Only when I see a cheese Danish.
You can feed your face later. Right now, we gotta make a surprise call on the Hucklemeyers.
A surprise call? But it's 5 a.m. They're probably still in their pajamas.
Good point. I'll see if I can make a product placement deal with the pajama manufacturer. Now, come on, we're going in.
Why, hello.
Good morning, Mr. Smiley. Beautiful day, isn't it?
What's the matter with you people? You're wide awake.
Of course we're awake. It's 5 a.m. This is the most productive part of the day.
That's what he said.
Shut up, Nora.
Would you like some pancakes?
Yes, I would.
Oh no, we wouldn't want to go through all that trouble, would we, Nora?
No. Actually, it's no trouble at all.
After all, you know what they say. Some folks are meant to cook and others were meant to eat.
Well, maybe later. Right now, we would like to get some footage for the show first.
What would you like us to do, Mr. Smiley?
I don't want you to do anything. Just be yourselves. We'll let the drama arise from the moment.
If you say so.
Cut! Cut! Cut!
What's the matter?
Well, what do you think is the matter? You need to talk.
But they're hungry, Mr. Smiley. You would have a better chance of getting a snowball to survive a heat wave.
Well, I can't put this on here. People would switch to something more interesting, like the snoring channel.
Sorry, Mr. Smiley. Can we try again?
Sure, but this time, try to make it interesting.
So, son, what do you have planned for today?
I was hoping I could borrow the little red wagon, Father.
The little red wagon? Aren't you a little old to be playing with a child's toy?
It's not for me, Father. It's for the poor. My Eagle Scout troop is doing a paper drive.
What would the poor want with some musty old newspapers?
We're not giving the newspapers to the poor, Father. We're taking them to a recycling center and donating the proceeds to the poor.
That sounds like a mighty fine cause, son. In fact, it's so fine, I'd be honored to drive you around town myself.
Gee, Father, you're a great father.
And you're a great son, son.
Are you people for real? Because you don't sound real. You sound like robots. No, wait. What is less personality than robots?
I'm not sure, but I guess the answer is rocks.
Bingo. You're very boring rocks.
But you told us to be ourselves.
Well, that was before I know who you were.
Huh?
Never mind. Come on, Nora.
What's the matter?
See, the matter is... Never mind.
No, please, tell us what you need.
What I need? I need honesty. I need you to tell me the truth, no matter who gets hurt.
I'm not sure I understand.
See, I was sent to this town to figure out what makes this town special. Well, I've been here for 24 hours now, and I still haven't found any magic.
Oh, there's nothing magic about Paradise Junction. Everybody cares about each other is all.
Everybody?
Yes, Mr. Smiley, everybody.
I understand some folks don't really think the McGillicuddies belong here.
I'm not sure where you heard that. The McGillicuddies are fine, upstanding folk. Why, Martha McGillicuddy is one of the kindest, most selfless people to ever grace this town.
Well, wouldn't you say selfless is a rather strong word?
I've got a stronger one.
And no. Look, Mr. Smiley, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get us to say something bad about the McGillicuddies. Well, we're not going to fall for it.
Now,
we've got a saying around these parts. Gossiping about somebody is like feeding a pig in a windstorm. You just get a lot of slop all over yourself. And in the end, neither you nor the pig are happy. Now, if you don't mind, Wilbur and I have some newspapers to collect. Goodbye, Mr. Smiley.
Goodbye, Mr. Hucklemeyer. We'll be back.
I'm sure you will.
Would you like to take some pancakes with you?
You bet! Thanks, Mrs. Hucklemeyer. Nice folks, the Hucklemeyers.
It's alright.
Too bad they didn't give us anything to work with, though.
They gave us plenty to work with. We just have to do some creative editing.
Oh. Wait, what?
Whoa, stop right there.
What's the matter?
You know I don't allow TVs in here.
But everyone wants to see how the show turned out.
There's already a TV in the barber shop. Why don't you just see it down there?
There's not enough room for everybody down there.
And besides, the conversation's a whole lot better here.
All right, it can stay. But as soon as I see a commercial that comes on about personal hygiene products, out it goes.
Gee, thanks, Joe.
Put on channel 5, Fred.
Yes, Miss Cratchit, I know.
And now it's time for America's newest hit show.
How can it be a hit? It ain't even on the air yet.
Paradise Lost.
Did he say Paradise Lost?
I thought they were calling it Paradise on Earth. It must be a typo.
Must be. Yeah, makes sense.
Hi, I'm Wing Smiley, and I'd like to welcome you to Paradise Junction. To a stranger, this may look like any small town. The houses are neatly painted, the lawns are freshly mowed.
No way! Big fan, it's your house! Wow! I never dreamed I'd be famous.
But this town isn't just any town.
Here it comes! I'm so excited I can bust my buttons!
For underneath this idyllic veneer winds a cesspool of hypocrisy and corruption.
What did he say? I don't know. I'm not even sure he's speaking English.
Clear Flo is the nominal head of this town, but if the catfish are biting, she's nowhere to be found. That's when this town is ruled by this woman, Martha McGillicuddy.
Look, Martha, it's you!
Why do you look so mad? Did you get a bee in your bonnet?
Martha and her husband Horace are relative newcomers to Paradise Junction, having moved here just 3 years ago. Since that time, they've established a successful business and taken their place among the town's cultural elite. And yet, despite their many achievements, one still eludes Martha, winning a blue ribbon in the annual pie baking contest. Edna Hucklemeyer, you know Martha McGillicuddy as well as anyone. How would you describe her culinary skills?
You know what they say. Some folks are meant to cook and others are meant to eat.
Just what do you mean by that, Edna?
So you don't think she has a chance of winning a blue ribbon this year?
You would have a better chance of getting a snowball to survive a heat wave.
That's mean.
What?
I understand Martha uses a special ingredient in her pies. Do you know what that might be?
I'm not sure, but I guess the answer is rocks.
That's just rude. So I cook with rocks now, do I?
That's not what I said. Sorry, Edna, but the TV doesn't lie. That's right, those are your lips moving up there, aren't they?
And ain't those your words coming out of them? Yes, but you see, they're...
What about you, Mr. Hucklemeyer? You were the pie baking contest judge for many years. What was it like to eat one of Martha's pies?
You just get a lot of slop all over yourself, and in the end, neither you nor the pig are happy.
So I'm a pig now, am I?
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the other pig.
This is the last straw, Edna.
But Martha...
Friendship is over. And as for you, Ernie Hucklemeyer...
Meet Joe Good. He runs the Rise and Shine Diner, which serves as a main gathering place for the town. People say Joe is a shoo-in for the annual pie baking contest. After all, he's won every year for the last 12 years.
13 actually, but who's counting?
People also say he's the friendliest guy in town. Of course, he's friendlier with some folks than others. In this secret footage, we see how he helps one of his neighbors.
Hey, are you up? I said, are you up?
Come on in, Joe. I've been waiting for you.
The woman, none other than Martha McGillicuddy herself.
Joe,
Martha.
How'd he get that?
do you deny that to you, Joe?
I can't. You can tell just by looking at me.
Now listen, Joe. I'm not a fine man, but if you think I'm gonna let you go sneaking around with my wife.
For goodness sake, Horace, we weren't sneaking around. He was teaching me how to bake.
Well, that's right, Horace. Even you told me her pies taste like garbage.
I've never been so humiliated in my entire life, and by my own husband.
Martha, darling, wait, don't take it the wrong way. I love the taste of your garbage.
Is that the absolute truth, Joe? About you teaching Martha how to bake?
You know it is, Ernie. Horace was asking me for the pie recipe, and I thought I could do better, so I was teaching Martha how to bake.
Well, that's too bad, because that's worse.
How is that worse?
Because it's against the rules, Joe. The official rulebook states, and I quote, "No contestant may receive assistance from another contestant."
Well, it wasn't really assistance. It was more of a rescue mission.
Sorry, Joe, but I've got no choice. I'm disqualifying the both of you from this year's annual pie baking contest.
Whoopee! I finally have a chance to win this year. I mean, I'm sorry, Joe.
It's alright, Miss Cratchit. It's about time I hung up my apron anyway. I just hope that's the end of the trouble.
Tune in again next week for more tales of treachery and deception here on Paradise Lost.
Hey, Fred, have you seen Polly around?
No, I don't think she's shown up yet. Why?
Well, it's not like her to miss such a big news opportunity like this. I mean, who's gonna know who won if she doesn't put it in the paper?
Joe, everyone in town is here. They're all gonna know.
Oh, I just think she ought to be here, is all.
Quiet down, everybody. Quiet down. I'd like to welcome you all to the annual Paradise Junction Pie Baking Contest. The festivities are just about to begin, and ooh-wee, there sure are a lot of pies headed this way. I guess with Joe in the picture, everyone wants to see if they can win the big prize. Well, good luck, and may the best chef win.
Oh, Miss LaRue, that pie looks absolutely delicious.
Why, thank you. I was up until midnight last night baking it.
Are you sure it was you who did the baking?
What are you implying, Miss Cratchit?
Oh, nothing. It was just a rumor I heard.
And what rumor was that?
Well, don't let on that I told you, but some people are saying that Martha wasn't the only one who got help from Joe. Some people were saying that you might have gotten help as well.
You take that back, Miss Cratchit.
What's there to take back? I never said it in the first place.
You take that back or I'll...
Or you'll what, Miss LaRue?
Not the hair!
Hey, Big Sam, what do you got there?
What do you think it is? It's a popular contest.
I didn't know you could bake.
Why, sure I could bake. Sometimes.
And why have you entered the contest before?
Well, I guess I never made a pie good enough.
I bet you didn't cook the pie at all. I bet you bought it at Higgly Pigs in Sandersville.
Oh yeah? Does it taste like it came from Higgly Piggly?
I can't believe I made it. Well, I'll be a blue-nosed gopher, Edna. You're the only contestant left. Does that mean I won? Not yet. According to the official rulebook, I've got to taste it first. Well, here, Gertie, take a big...
It's okay.
Polly?
Sure am. Any idea where she went?
Old man Crocker said he saw her down by the train station. Said she was headed to New York City.
New York City? What'd you want to go there for?
You ought to know better than anyone, Joe. Didn't she say her dream was to always become a big city newspaper writer?
Yeah, but man, Polly wouldn't up and leave like that. I'm sure she just went to sightsee, look around and stuff.
I don't know, Joe. It was a one-way ticket.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Well, I mean, yeah, we had some harsh words last time we spoke, but never think she'd actually leave Paradise Junction. At least, not without saying goodbye.
Sorry, Joe, but you know what they say. There's plenty more fish in the ocean.
No, Fred. There's only one fish, and her name is Polly Ann Day.
I've got some bad news, folks. For the first time in the history of the annual Paradise Junction Pie Baking Contest, there is no winner. You've all disqualified yourselves. And a sorrier sight I never did see, this competition is over. Over!
Well, I hope you are happy.
Happy? I'm ecstatic. Everything went just the way I planned it.
But you made the townspeople look like fools.
Correction, my friends. The townspeople made themselves look like fools. We were just here to record it.
You know, if I had any self-respect, I would quit this job right now.
Because of this? Oh, this is nothing. Just wait and see what I have planned for the season finale. Our ratings are going to go through the roof.
Well, that got a little crazy there, but now it is time for intermission, and feel free to go down the hall and eat some yummy food and be ready to come back for the second act. Thank you.
Hey, honey, look. Can you believe it?
This is where they filmed Paradise Lost.
Wow, this looks just like a real town.
That's the magic of Hollywood for you.
It's all on the CGI these days.
There sure are a lot of new faces in town, Sam.
Yeah, that's what they call the paparazzi.
Paparazzi?
You know, the kind of people that like to follow famous folks around.
Are we famous, Sam?
I don't know. That's why I brought us into town, to see if anybody would recognize us.
Got any jacks?
No fish.
There's Miss Cratchit. I bet she'll recognize us.
I don't think she counts.
Sorry, Mr. Edwards, but I won't be able to make it into school this week. Today, I'm doing a big photo shoot for the TV Weekly. Tomorrow, I'm appearing on the Oprah Winstead show. And Wednesday, I'm launching my new line of designer hats. Yes, I know I'm the only teacher in town, but can't the students teach themselves?
What's the matter with her?
I think she's gone Hollywood.
Howdy do, Miss LaRue.
It's always good to see you.
You heard me, Al. I'm gutting the entire studio. I'm turning it into a tanning salon. Oh, no, wait, not a tanning salon, an academy. That's right, Madame LaRue's Academy for the Heliophilic Arts. All right, yeah, a tanning salon. No, wait, I'll call you back. Call you later.
Well, don't that beat all?
Seems like everybody's gone Hollywood.
Here's someone we can count on to keep level-head. 10 grand? What do you think I am? A pushover? Listen, JJ, if you want Mr. Whiskers to hawk your lousy cat food, you're gonna have to come up with a lot more scraps than that. How much? Help me start counting at 100 grand and I'll tell you when to stop.
That is one hard-driving cat.
Hey Mom, look, there's those two guys from the show.
Oh wow, I love those guys.
What are their names again?
Jim and Jem, I think?
No, I think it's Tim and Tam.
We hate to bother you. We just want to tell you how much we love your show.
Oh yes, you two are our absolute favorites.
Why, thank you, ma'am.
We always... Do you mind if we take a picture?
Not if we can stay sitting.
My friends are gonna be so jealous.
Before we go, do you mind saying your catchphrase for us?
Catchphrase?
You know, that thing you always say.
The one that always makes us laugh?
I'm not sure I'm following you.
If things seem too good to be true.
Oh, then you must be in Paradise Junction.
That's it.
Then you must be in Paradise Junction.
That's so stupid.
You know something, Sam? I don't think I like being famous.
Hi, Polly. It's me, Joe. Look, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but I was wondering if you're ever coming back. Too desperate. Oh, good thing her messaging system lets me re-record. Hi, Polly. It's me, Joe. Look, I really don't care if you come back or not. Too cold. Hi, Polly. It's me, Joe. You know, the guy whose heart you shred into 1,000 little pieces. To heck with it. I'll never get it right.
I hear you make a pretty mean pie.
Huh? Oh, well, no one's ever complained to my face about it.
Do you have any apple?
Sure, but if you don't mind, I got a blueberry coming out of the oven.
Apple will be fine.
One piece of apple pie coming up. Say, you're that TV gal, aren't you?
That's me.
You don't sound too happy about it.
You can tell that?
I can tell a lot of things.
Then you should be able to tell why I'm not happy.
Well, I don't know too much about the TV business, but I can guess it gets pretty frazzling at times.
No, it's not that. Not really.
Then what?
Never mind. I really shouldn't be telling you this.
I wouldn't want you to say anything you shouldn't.
Well, maybe I can tell you a little bit more. This is good. I mean, really, really good.
You were talking about your job?
Oh, yeah. Well, the work's not bad. It's just that it gets so dirty. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Well, take that first episode, for example. You know, the one where we interviewed the Huckelmeyers?
Yeah, I remember. They said some pretty mean things about Martha.
Yep. Only they weren't talking about Martha. We just twisted their words so it sounded like they were talking about Martha.
You're right. That is a dirty thing to do.
There's more.
Like what?
No, I really need to stop talking. I could lose my job. Link was spreading rumors of the pie baking contest.
You don't say.
Yeah, he made everyone think everyone else was cheating.
So I guess that explains why no one's been talking to each other.
It gets worse.
How can it get worse?
Easy. What Wink has planned for tonight's season finale could destroy the town.
So what's he got planned?
It has to do with the $5 million.
Wait, so Wing's not gonna pay?
Oh no, he'll pay. The contract says he has to pay. But the contract doesn't say that he has to pay the town directly.
So then who's he gonna pay?
Whoever finds it.
Well, you know, I've met people who've talked in circles before, but I have never met anyone like him who can twist those circles around and around like a pretzel.
Come on, Joe. Haven't you wondered why he wanted tonight's show to be live?
Well, not really. Just figured that's how they did in Hollywood.
You all are too trusting here. You see, it's all part of his plan. He's going to start the show by giving a shovel to each man, woman, and child in Paradise Junction. Then, he's going to announce that 5 gold bars worth $1 million each are hidden in the town.
Like, under the street?
Under the street, behind those walls, they could even be inside your counter here.
But folks will tear the town apart looking for them. They'll rip up the pavement, knock down homes.
Exactly. And the entire country will be watching. Wait a minute. Is something burning?
No, I don't think so. The pie! Oh no. It's burned to a crisp.
I'll bet it's your thermostat.
Let me take a look. Yep. This one's plumb busted.
Well, thanks for the pie, Joe. I'd better get going.
What? You can't tell. You can't go. You gotta tell me how to stop Wink.
You can't, Joe. Trust me. Once Wink gets an idea in his head, no one can stop him.
Velma, you're still here.
Well, of course I'm here. Somebody's got to keep the town running.
So, I'll take the mayor isn't back yet?
Nope. And she hasn't sent any word either. I'm thinking one of those fish must have leaped on her boat and swallowed her.
Well, that is the way she would want to go.
Is there something?
Yeah, I wanted to take a look at the TV contracts. You know, the one that Mayor Flo signed.
What for?
I just wanted to see if there was some way to get the town out of it.
That would be nice. The town hasn't been the same since those TV folks came.
You noticed it too?
Noticed it? I got this cold because of it. And it's not just me. Dr. Gertie says she's never seen so many people sick at one time. Did you find something?
Tell me, Velma, is Mayor Flo a good speller?
Well, she wouldn't win any spelling bees, but I suppose she's alright. Why?
Because she misspelled her own name.
What? That's impossible.
No, see, here, where she signed.
Well, I'll be F-L-O-W.
Either Mayor Flo was so distracted by the fish that she forgot how to spell, or she is not the one that signed the contract.
You mean somebody forged her signature?
I'm afraid so.
Who would do a thing like that?
Well, I can't say for certain, but I have a hunch.
Thank you for your purchase. And remember, no refunds, no returns. Well, Joe, isn't this a surprise? I don't see you here very often.
And you wouldn't be seeing me now, except that I've got a problem. The thermostat on my oven is busted.
I'm sorry to hear that, Joe, but I don't carry thermostats anymore. In fact, I don't carry any appliance parts.
So then what do you carry?
See for yourself. T-shirts, coffee mugs, bumper stickers.
All you sell are souvenirs?
That's all anyone wants to buy. Why, I can sell a dead skunk if I figure out how to stamp the words Paradise Lost on it.
Well, that's all fine for you, but how am I supposed to get a new thermostat?
I suppose I could special order one for you. Of course, it'll take 3 weeks to get it.
3 weeks? I can't wait 3 weeks. I'll go out of business.
I'm sorry, Joe, but that's the best that I can do for you.
It's a Heat Pro 3000.
That's a good thermostat. The Heat Pro?
Aren't you gonna write it down?
No, I've got it.
Really think you ought to write it down.
Whatever you say, Joe. Heat Pro 3000.
Just as I thought. You're the one who forged a contract.
What?
You spelled pro with a W. Just like you spelled flow with a W.
That doesn't prove anything.
Alright. So then where did you find the mayor when you got her to sign the contract?
Huh? Oh, she was at the lake.
I know she was at the lake. Which lake?
You want to know which lake? Let me think. What was the name of it? It was Lake Conway. Yeah, that's it.
Lake Conway's a bass lake. Mayor Flo was angling for catfish.
I'm sorry, Joe, but I've got customers. And if you're not buying anything, I'm going to have to ask you to step out of the way.
You know something, Horace? I always liked you. Sure, you're a pushy kind of feller, and you like to get your own way, but I always liked you. Now, I'm not so sure.
May I help you? Don't worry, I'm not sick. I mean, it's just my allergies.
Excuse me, Mr. Smiley?
Oh, who are you?
I'm Joe Good. I own the Rise and Shine Diner.
Oh, sorry. I don't give out autographs.
I'm not looking for an autograph. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Oh, you do? Well, make quick. The live show starts in a few minutes.
I'll make it real quick. You need to cancel tonight's show.
Excuse me?
Look, Mr. Smiley, I don't like to play hardball, but I know what you're planning to do, and I want you to cancel tonight's show.
You're asking me to cancel tonight's show? Tonight is going to be the biggest show of the season, and you're asking to cancel it.
No, Mr. Smiley, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
Oh, you are? And what if I don't?
Well, if you don't, then I will go public about the contract. Mayor Flo didn't sign it. Horace McGillicuddy did. And I'll bet, if I did some digging around, I can prove that you paid him to do it.
I'll admit, we paid to make sure it got signed.
Yes.
But it wasn't Horace we paid. It was Polly.
What?
You know, Polly and Day, the news reporter you hang around with? Yeah, her.
I don't believe it.
Well, why don't you go ask her?
I can't.
It's not my problem.
But I don't understand. Why would Polly do that?
Think about it. Who had the most to gain from our show coming to town? Who got a big fat promotion out of the story she wrote?
2 minutes, Wayne.
Alright, I'll write it out. See, if you drag my name through the mud, you're dragging hers too. It's your call, JoJo.
It's Joe. Just plain Joe.
Now remember, Arabella. Stand up straight and smile. 20 million people will be watching tonight's show.
20 million? Is that a lot?
Why, of course it's a lot. Anyone could be watching. Movie stars, movie producers, movie directors, maybe even the president.
The President of the United States?
No, the president of Paramount Pictures. Who cares about that other guy?
Here's your shovel.
Shovel? What's this for?
Just take it. Wayne says everyone's gotta have one.
Maybe he wants us to dig a tunnel to China. Don't be silly, Edna. You can't dig a tunnel to China.
That's right. We burned up before we got there.
And besides, where would you even put all the dirt?
Oh, Tina, I'm so glad you can make it tonight.
I've got to hand it to you, Wink. This show is bigger than even I expected.
Well, I mean, who else would come up with a brilliant concept about the world's most perfect town?
Yes, but it was you who made the show work.
Well, if there's one thing I've underestimated is never underestimate the greed of the average man or woman.
10 seconds, Wink. I just hope everything goes well. Both of our careers are riding on tonight.
Don't worry about it. I got everything under control.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Wink Smiley, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's show. Tonight is a big night for the town. Not just because it's the season finale, no. It's because the whole soul of the town is at stake. You see, everything you see is happening right now. Nothing is edited and nothing is cut. Will these ignorant hicks resist unimaginable wealth, or will they greedily destroy tonight's town? The answer will soon be revealed here on Paradise Lost. How's that?
I'd say it was nasty with a slight hint of viciousness.
Great, just what I was going for.
Joe!
Hey, what's that kid doing here?
What are you worried about? I thought you had everything under control.
Huh? Oh, yeah, don't worry. I have everything under control.
What is it, Wilbur?
It's Polly. She made the New York Times.
What?
See this article she wrote? It's on the front page.
I don't want to read it.
But it's about you and me. And everyone.
I told you, I don't want to read it. I already know what it says.
Oh. Hey, Wilbur, I don't know what it says. What's it say, Wilbur?
Oh, I'm sure we're all dying to hear what it says, but we don't really have time for that right now, so take your places.
Well, make time. Go ahead, Wilbur. Read it.
Okay, it's titled Paradise Found. The Paradise Junction you don't see on TV.
1 minute, Wink.
Can you read any faster?
Bag it, Mr. Smiley. If, like the rest of the country, you've become a rabid fan of Paradise Lost, then you probably know everything about the town and where it is filmed. The people are petty and vindictive. Ignorance runs rampant. Greed has spread like a disease to every corner of the town. And I wouldn't blame you. After all, that's what the TV folks want you to think. But that's not the Paradise Junction I knew. I grew up in that little town, and to me, it was the best little town on earth. It was a place where the weather was always perfect, and the tomatoes grew as big as beach balls. A place where no one ever got sick. And every pie was a little slice of heaven. People used to say there was something in the air, or maybe the soil, that made things this way. A little bit of magic, perhaps. But the magic wasn't in the air or soil, it was in our hearts. We cared for each other, we looked after each other, no matter how we were feeling, we always had a smile and a friendly word for everyone we met. Somehow, though, we lost those things. We forgot how good and pure and strong those things could be. But perhaps it's not too late. Perhaps if we looked inside our hearts, we could find those things again.
Aw, well doesn't that just warm the soul? Now, come on, take your places.
In 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Welcome back to Paradise Junction. As I mentioned before the break, tonight is a big night for the town. You see, when we came to this town 5 months ago, we offered the town $5 million for the rights to film here. And tonight is the night they get their money.
It's about time.
Well, where is it?
That's the exciting part. We hit 5 gold bars worth $1 million each. And you see, the money is all around them.
All around us?
I don't see it.
You're not supposed to see it. That's because they could be anywhere. Under your kitchen floorboards, in your kitchen cabinets. All you have to do is look. I said, all you have to do is look. Ah, here's a resourceful young lad. I'll bet he'll find the first gold bar.
I don't want the money.
What?
I said I don't want the money. I want the town to be like it used to be.
Oh, Wilbur.
Are you crazy?
Well, if he's crazy, then I am too.
You know, Arabella never did get a Hollywood contract.
And now that I've seen what Hollywood people are like, I don't think I want to be there.
Come on, Arabella, let's go.
Arabella, let them go. They'll give us a chance to talk.
Do you know anything about baking?
Well, I almost won this year's pie baking competition. I was so close. I'm sure you were.
Wait, no, please don't. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Hold on, no wait, please do go.
No,
It's $5 million!
Give up!
You're supposed to... Oh, I'll show you the money. It's right here.
No one cares!
No, wait, it's right.
What are you doing?
Oh, don't worry. I have everything under control.
You call this under control? This is a disaster. Turn the camera off. You know, Wink, I've had doubts about you before, but now I know for sure. You are the worst host in the history of television. You ruined my show. My brilliant, brilliant show.
Well, it's your fault. I mean, who else would come up with the concept about the world's most boring town?
It wouldn't have been boring if you'd done your job.
I did my job. It's these stupid townsfolk who didn't do theirs.
Well, now you don't have to worry about them anymore. You're fired.
You can't fire me.
Oh yeah? Why not?
Because I'll go public about the contract.
You wouldn't dare! That would mean jail for both of us! I thought I told you to turn that thing off! Oops.
Uh-oh.
I didn't mean what I just said. I was making it up, you know, for dramatic purposes. Isn't that right, Wink? Isn't that right? Wink! Let me go, don't you know who I am?
I know exactly who you are. And if you choose to not step foot in this town again, I may choose to forget.
Believe me, I won't come within 100 miles of this place.
I won't come in with this 200.
300.
400.
Why are you so hard to work with?
Well, folks, that's our show for tonight. Tune in again next time for... No, wait. Don't bother tuning in at all. Something tells me this show is about to be canceled.
Joe, you're still here.
What's up, Horace?
I'm giving a lot of thought to what you said. You know when you told me off at the store?
Forget about it. There's a lot of things I shouldn't have said.
No, you were right. It's my fault the TV people came. I never should have forced the mayor's signature.
But Polly made you do it.
No, Polly had nothing to do with it. It was all my idea.
But Mr. Smiley said...
Mr. Smiley? The guy who said the show would be called Paradise on Earth? The guy who said he'd tell the world about our wonderful little town? That Mr. Smiley?
Gee, Horace, I guess you're right. You gotta be better about who I believe and who I don't. Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Excuse me, Horace. I gotta call Polly.
You called?
Polly, what are you doing here?
Now, Joe, I can't believe you're forgetting anything like this. Didn't I promise I stay in Paradise Junction for time in the front page of the New York Times?
Why didn't you ever call?
Sorry about that. I must have picked up my phone 100 times, but I never knew what to say.
It's funny. I never knew either.
So do you still want to marry me?
Well, I suppose I have to now.
What do you mean you have to?
Well, just to say that it'd be such a shame to waste such a perfectly good dress. Mayor Flo, you're back.
I sure am.
How's the trip?
Well, it was actually kind of a miracle, Joe. Why, I caught so many fish, I couldn't bring myself to stop. So, did I miss anything while I was gone?
Oh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Oh, you know, I'm getting hitched.
Ah, jeez. You're right, I don't believe it.
Well, as you probably figured, everything turned out right in the end. People gave up their fancy Hollywood ways and went back to doing the jobs they were supposed to do. The sickness everyone was suffering from seemed to go away on its own. And wouldn't you know it, my oven started working again, just like that. In fact, things are doing so good, Nora decided to stay and open the town's first photography studio. Sure, she's not making as much money as she used to, but she's happy. In fact, we all are. You know, old Jedediah Hornblower was right. The streets of Paradise Junction really are paved with gold. And our walls and floorboards are too. And if that seems too good to be true, well,
Then you must be in Paradise Junction!
Announcement to make. We, as the cast, would like to thank Mrs. V, Mrs. Gross, and Mrs. Lennon for guiding us, helping teach us better how to act, helping us through this play. They inspired us, they showed us how to be ourselves, and they supported us. So we would like to thank you for everything that you've done.
Well, we weren't really expecting that, so thank you. We really came up here to just say thank you to a bunch of people on our end. And first and foremost, this show wouldn't be what it was if it wasn't for you guys, for all of your hard work over the past 3 months, all of your joy, your creativity, all of your kind of fun, goofy ideas. You guys really just made this show come alive. And so thank you for, being you and making this show happen. And we also just want to thank everyone sitting in this room, all the parents, friends, family, for just taking the time to come support our program and our students. It just means a lot to us, as me and Mrs. V and Mrs. Lennon, but a lot to our students. So thank you.
I have a few more important people to thank. We could not do this without some major technical help. So a big shout out to the guy in the back, Mr. Jim Stock, for making us sound good for many years. Thank you, Mr. Stock. And a big shout out to Mr. Josh Camarena sitting behind the lights. Woo! We've got some good people making us look good, and we are so grateful. As directors, Mrs. Gross and I would really like to call attention to one person who I know is not going to want to come out here, but she needs to, and her name is Mrs. Lennon. We are sad to say this is Mrs. Lennon's last show with us, and she is a rock to middle school drama. This is her, we counted 12, probably her 12th show that she has been involved in. She knows her stuff. She's trained. She is the queen, I call her, and couldn't do so many things without her. She and her husband, Ken Lennon, have helped so much. These lights are theirs. He is a lighter at Disney, and Josh is a lighter at Disney, and this lady has been in part of many shows herself. Her expertise is fantastic, and her love for the students even better. And so, Mrs. Lennon, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and you will be missed. Thanks again for coming, everybody. It was a great night, and I hope you enjoy the rest of us. I don't know about you, but we're going to have a party. Okay. All right, bye.